In a world where tech is stuck in a jam, where progress is slower than a clam, we wait with hope and a touch of dread for the S25 Ultra, a spec-filled thread. Now every year, it's just the same. A bigger bump, a sleeker frame, a camera corner, bold or wide. Does it innovate or just slide? Will it wow us? Will it shine? Or is it just more of the same old line? We crave a leap, a brand new dance, not just a bump with extra glance. And here we go again, folks. Another year, another Samsung launch. This time, the S25 Ultra. But let's be real, based on the leaks and hands-on reports, the excitement feels more like a deja vu, with the side of disappointment. Let's start with the camera. The big reveal? The same 200 megapixel main sensor we've seen year after year. Sure, it's sharp, but how much longer can we pretend that this is a groundbreaking feature? For years, we've been waiting for a 1-inch sensor, a true leap forward in mobile photography. Chinese manufacturers are already pushing those boundaries with better low-light performance and more dynamic range. Yet Samsung seems content with the same sensor, with no sign of real upgrade that would shake things up. What would really turn heads? A variable aperture. That's the kind of innovation that could elevate Samsung's camera system, offering real control over depth of field and light intake, something we have seen on high-end mirrorless cameras. But instead, the leaks suggest that they are focused on tweaking the ultra-wide camera. Thrilling, right? But let's face it, the ultra-wide is often an afterthought, and it's never the primary focus when we talk about flagship-level photography. In terms of design, the S25 Ultra is expected to be slimmer and more comfortable than its predecessor. It will be 0.5mm taller at 162.5mm and 2.4mm narrower than the S24 Ultra, with a width of 77.6mm compared to the S24 Ultra's 79mm, and a thickness of 8.2mm, down from 8.6mm. The result, a body that is noticeably narrower, making it feel more comfortable in the end. The camera bump is said to be much flatter, inspired by the sleek design of the Fold 6. And the rear cameras will feature black rims, a design cue also borrowed from the Fold 6. And the most exciting part, the titanium blue rumor, a potential new color alongside the usual black, gray, and silver options. The screen size, though, remains a point of debate. Some sources suggest 6.9 inches, while some others believe it will be slightly smaller at 6.8 inches. Either way, expect a sharp and vibrant display, but let's be honest, the real game changer could be the fingerprint scanner rumored to cover the entire screen. It is something I can't wait to test, as it could really improve the convenience and functionality of unlocking the phone. Then there is One UI 7.0, based on Android 15, which from what we have seen in the leaks feels like a fresh coat of paint on the same old system. The phone is powered by Snapdragon 8 Elite, which sounds impressive, but will it really keep pace with Apple's A18? At this point, we are hoping Samsung's performance can catch up, but honestly, it feels more like a race to keep up rather than lead. When it comes to battery life, the leaks show that nothing is changing. Another year, another phone that is going to nearly charge halfway through the day. With battery life being a major pain point for many, it is frustrating that companies like Samsung and Apple haven't figured out how to give us a full day's charge without making the phone thicker or heavier. At this point, upgrading every year feels less and less justified. It's no longer about the incremental spec bumps. There's nothing here that truly excites. So, what does all this mean for us, the tech-obsessed consumers? Hold on to your phone. Don't let the marketing hype fool you into thinking that a 25% increase in power, brightness, or camera sharpness is worth the upgrade. There is nothing new under the hood anymore. Not from companies like Samsung or Apple who've mastered the art of rebranding the same phone with just enough tweaks to make it seem fresh. Let's be smarter with our upgrades and stop falling for the same old gimmicks. Keep your phone until something truly groundbreaking makes you say, wow. And despite all the complaints, many of us, myself included, just can't seem to quit Samsung. There is something about the brand, whether it's the design, the display, or just the overall experience, that keeps us coming back, even when we know we are not getting anything truly revolutionary. But in the end, let's ask ourselves, is it the comfort of the brand we hold dear? Is it loyalty we cling to year after year? Or perhaps it's the influence of family and friends whose constant chatter never ends? Are we still with Samsung truly for its might? Or is it just because it feels easy and right? Maybe it's time to stop and take a glance at whether we are stuck in the comfort of chance.